Shooter hunt here at the Prep Baseball All-American Game in Miami. I am sitting next to talented southpaw in the 2025 class, Briggs McKenzie, an LSU recruit. Briggs, what's going on?
Going good, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing great right now. Doing even better sitting next to you.
Yes,
Briggs, I want to go back a couple years. You are uncommitted, just a rising sophomore. You come to the Prep Baseball Future Games at Lake Point.
Yeah.
You put on an absolute show with Coach Brandon Hall and Team North Carolina there. You end up committing to LSU. What was that process like coming through as an uncommitted guy at the Future Games?
Man, that was awesome. Great opportunity for me. I mean, I kind of had a great summer altogether. And I remember after the Futures Games, that's when it blew up. That's when I kind of got on the map. And, shortly after committed to LSU, I thought that was the best program. I still think that's the best program to this day. And so I'm excited to be there next year.
Look at this guy. He's a Bayou Bengal. He's ready to go down there to the box and put on a show. But from there, developmentally, kind of had a foot injury.
Yeah, I did.
So talk to me about that foot injury a year ago, because the path for you has been very fascinating.
Yes.
You blow up at the Future Games. You had the foot injury a summer ago. You come back on the map this year, and there's an explosion. You're a Prep Baseball All-American. What did you go through with that foot injury, and how did that affect your throwing?
Yeah, man. I mean, all injuries suck, and I want to say it was definitely a setback in my eyes, because my course of how I planned my career to go, I thought it was going to be steady going, but obviously that's not how it works. So I kind of just had a heavy load, I believe, nonstop baseball, and then eventually my right ankle, my landing foot kind of gave in, and it put me out for a season. So I kind of went under the radar. But nonetheless, I was still grinding, still working my tail off, so that got me back to where I am today. So.
And you know what's kind of cool about it is that everybody loves a comeback story.
That's right.
And you see this summer, you go down to East Coast Pro, you're exploding. I'm getting the calls from DJ Sevilla, a former scouting director. Hey, this Briggs McKenzie kid can really spin it. He's got a good fastball, starter profile. I'm sure there's some comps coming down, another North Carolina product, Mackenzie Gore. Is he a guy that you've looked at in the past? Who are some of the pitchers that you idolize?
Absolutely. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I kind of, I'm not too big into like the game of like, who do I compare myself to? I think I've been compared to like Max Fried and guys like that, but there's not really one guy that I kind of like sit there and like idolize. I feel like I'm definitely unique, but I just want to be the best version of myself. So.
Excellent. Now, talk to me about your throwing program. What are the things you're thinking about when you're on the mound, what you do off the field? Go through your entire pitching profile for me.
Oh, man. So I try to have a ball in my hand at least 5 days a week. I want, and 2 of those days would be high intensity. And so the biggest thing with me is just throw. I feel like just like when you're training anything, the more you do it, the more healthy you'll be, the more in shape you'll be. So I do that. Every throw I have is with intent, and then my mindset when I'm on the mound is just attack the batter, like give them everything I got. Every pitch like it's my last.
Now, what about your arsenal? What are you working with? What's your favorite pitch? What's your go-to? What do you have the most confidence in?
Got to be my slider. It's been kind of said that it's a two-plane slider. So depending on the count, it might kind of look more like sweeping, and then sometimes it might break off more vertical. But that's my pitch. I rip that thing hard, and then I come in and love my fastball, developing a nice changeup. So that's my 3 right now. Might pick up something else later, but.
Well, you're talking about that slider. Is that something you're cognizant of, where I can manipulate the shape of this, I can add, I can subtract? Is that something you're thinking about on the mound?
Yes. I mean, depending on the count, absolutely. If it's an 0-2 type of count, then I'm trying to rip that thing hard and just get somebody chasing out of zone. But 0-0, I mean, a lot of times I land it for a strike, and I feel very confident landing it for a strike, even in like 3-2 counts, landing it for a strike. So, yeah.
It's like a roll out of bed pitch. You get out, you're cold, you come out of the ice tub, you're ready to roll and rip off a breaking ball.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What's your plan for the off season? So throwing program, are you going to get into the weight room? What are some things you're going to concentrate on as you get prepared for the spring?
Yes, sir. I'm still planning on continuing to gain some weight. I'm going to continue throwing. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to deload for sure. But, as my high school coach would tell me, like, once you're in shape, it's kind of hard. Once you get out of shape, it's hard to get back in shape, So I feel like still throwing, maybe 3 days a week, just kind of low intensity and carrying that throughout. And then obviously when it's time for the spring to start bumping it back up, we're going to get after it. So right now we're about to start getting real heavy in the weight room, just that time of year. So
Well, you heard it. Briggsy's about to get after it. Looking forward to seeing you get after it on the bump here at the Marlins Park this weekend. Briggs McKenzie, state of North Carolina, one of the top left-handers in the class of 2025.